Good morning. This is X-Pulse AI Morning Mix. Today is Wednesday, June 10th, 2026. We're leading with Anthropic's new public Claude Fable 5 model, then a major U.S. House discussion draft for federal AI rules, and Gartner's warning that CMOs are using AI but not getting value, plus a few rapid hits. Orion, ready?
Ready, let's do it.
CNBC reported on June 9th that Anthropic is releasing Claude Fable 5, a restricted public variant of its Mythos class model, while keeping the full Mythos for select partners and governments. Orion, what's actually being shipped here?
Anthropic is basically widening access, but with heavier guardrails. Fable 5 is positioned as public-facing Mythos, designed to block high-risk outputs, things like cyber attack instructions or biological threat content. The full Mythos stays gated for a smaller set of vetted users.
When they say restricted, is this a capability haircut or mostly safety filtering?
Likely both. Guardrails usually mean refusal behavior, tighter tool access, and more aggressive monitoring. But companies also sometimes intentionally limit certain advanced behaviors to reduce misuse. The point Anthropic is making is, the safety package is what lets them open the doors wider.
If I'm a knowledge worker using Claude day to day, what changes should I notice?
You should expect strong general performance, but sharper note boundaries around sensitive requests. For normal work, writing, analysis, summarization, planning, you'll mostly just feel like there's a new higher ceiling Claude in the room. For anything sketchy, it'll be a very polite brick wall.
Turning to policy, Fisher Phillips wrote on June 9th that a bipartisan pair of House lawmakers released a 269-page discussion draft for a comprehensive federal AI framework. Orion, what's inside this thing?
It's an attempt at a big tent federal approach, frontier model safety, workforce protections, and broader governance concepts in one draft. It's not law yet. It's meant to kickstart debate and give Congress a menu of possible statutory tools, even if passage this session is uncertain.
What should people listen for as this moves, if it moves?
Definitions and thresholds. How they define frontier, what triggers obligations, and who enforces. Also the balance between safety requirements and innovation, things like reporting, evaluations, incident disclosure, and how they treat high-risk model development versus downstream apps.
Does this change what companies do tomorrow morning?
Not tomorrow morning, but it changes planning. If you're building or buying serious model capability, you start mapping governance now, documentation, testing, vendor terms, internal controls. Drafts like this also shape what states and regulators try next, even before Congress finishes anything.
From adoption to execution. Let's Data Science, citing Gartner coverage, reported on June 9th from Gartner's Marketing Symposium in Denver, June 8th through 10th, that about 98% of CMOs are using or piloting AI, but competency is the real bottleneck. What did Gartner say?
They're saying most teams are stuck at task-level wins, copy variations, quick research, basic analytics, without the skills and operating model to turn AI into durable advantage. Gartner points to roughly 15.3% of marketing budgets going to AI, but only about 30% of organizations feel ready to scale beyond pilots.
Competency is a squishy word. What does it mean in practice?
It's the ability to design workflows, measure lift, manage data, and run governance, plus the human skills, prompting, evaluation, experimentation, and cross-functional coordination. Otherwise, you get the pilot museum, lots of demos, not much compounding value. Pretty, quiet, mildly haunted.
If a team wants to move past task-level use, what's the first concrete step?
Pick one business outcome, instrument it end-to-end, and make the model part of a system, not a chat box. Define success metrics, create a feedback loop, and assign an owner who can ship changes weekly. Competency grows from reps, not workshops.
Let's sweep through a few more moves that shape the landscape, starting with compute and infrastructure.
On June 8th, Brussels Morning said the UK announced a roughly $1.5 billion AI hardware plan for supercomputing, chips, and national infrastructure. Also on June 8th, NVIDIA's blog detailed an NVIDIA and LG Group AI factory collaboration for robotics, autonomous driving, and data center services.
On the consumer side, pricing is getting spicy. What happened?
TechCrunch reported on June 9th that Google cut the price of its budget AI subscription tier in the US, echoing earlier low-cost moves from rivals. It's classic subscription warfare: undercut, bundle, and try to be the default before switching costs and habits set.
Funding. Calculist and CTech reported a big round for Rylo on June 9th. Remind us what they do?
Rylo, formerly Nagish, builds real-time speech and sign language translation for deaf and hard-of-hearing users. The report says they raised $85 million at about a $500 million valuation, led by General Catalyst, aiming to expand and pursue U.S. regulated revenues after Federal Communications Commission licensing.
Back to Anthropic for a second. There's some criticism around Mythos access, and regulators are eyeing self-improving systems too.
Business Insider reported on June 10th that researchers say Anthropic deliberately limits Mythos-based models when it detects AI research use, raising transparency concerns. And Forbes reported on June 9th that policymakers are debating rules for AI builds AI systems, tools that design or improve other models, because that could accelerate capabilities faster than oversight can track.
That's XPulse AI Morning Mix from XPulse for Wednesday, June 10th, 2026. Share it with someone who'd find it useful. See you next time.